Somebody who has a job that I've always been very envious of because it sounds incredible is Victoria Luxford, who is film critic. Oh, amazing. Massive day in the cinemas tomorrow. 2 major films are released, so let's get the lowdown and the rundown with our very own film critic from Stratford, Victoria, who is here with us. Hey, Victoria, thanks for being with us on BBC CWR. How are you?
Not too bad, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. I'm really looking forward to hearing your thoughts and review on Oppenheimer. So I saw the trailer when I went to go and see Guardians of the Galaxy, which I loved. I looked at it and I was spellbound by the trailer. So tell us a little bit about the film, and we'll hear a snippet as well.
Yes, it's highly anticipated Christopher Nolan's new film where Cillian Murphy from Peaky Blinders plays the man who invented the atomic bomb.
We're in a race against the Nazis. And I know what it means if the Nazis have a bomb.
We have a 12-month head start.
18.
How could you possibly know that?
We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected here. A secret laboratory. Keep everyone there until it's done.
Let's go recruit some scientists.
It looks, just from the trailer alone, it looked absolutely stunning on a big screen. And from what I've seen, Victoria, it's receiving incredible reviews.
Absolutely, and this is one of them. I think it's a superb film. I think it's just something you don't see anymore. A really clever, grown-up movie made on a blockbuster scale. This is, this is being released on IMAX screens where you can find it, and I really would recommend seeing it on the biggest screen possible. Terrific storytelling, incredible filmmaking, and amazing performances from Cillian Murphy, plus Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, Matt Damon. So many great names. I think probably one of the films of the year for my money, obviously going up against Barbie, which is also a very good film. We'll talk about that next week. But they're very different movies, and for this type of movie, I don't think you can get much better.
So can you give us a bit of an idea of the story for people who aren't aware? Because, Cillian Murphy, for example, it went through an enormous process of weight loss in order to be able to take on the role of Oppenheimer.
Yes, for the background, it's about the Manhattan Project, which was the secret project in America to essentially make the atomic bomb during World War II. And there was a race to beat the Nazis. And Robert J. Oppenheimer was the man who led that. And when he, of course, discovered what he had created, he realized the gravity of what he had done. And this is about that. This is about the idea of what, when the scientists make something, is it their responsibility what the government does with it? And I think there's a really interesting philosophical debate at the heart of that, and that's what makes this such a compelling movie.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to getting to the cinemas to see it, and it's really good that you said, get to the biggest screen you possibly can to see it, because just the trailer looked stunning, just in terms of the cinematography of it. Right, we'll go from best of the cinema to best of home, and we are with The Flash.
Yes, a superhero movie which was only out a little while ago about a hero who tries to change the past only to enter another reality.
Time has a pattern that it can't help reliving. Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other like magnets. It's my face. You stole my face.
So, The Flash. Did it go to cinemas first, this one?
It did. I thought this was great fun. It didn't set the box office alight when it came out, I think a couple of months ago, which is why this has gone to home video so quickly. But I think it is definitely worth seeking out. It sees the return of Michael Keaton's Batman, which is very nostalgic for me, and I think anyone who grew up with that Batman movie with Jack Nicholson as the Joker and things like that. But overall, I think a very fun adventure. A lot of superhero movies feel like homework nowadays, feel like you have to have seen 30 other films to catch up with them. This kind of is the antithesis of that. It kind of turns everything on its head, and I think that's really interesting.
And where can we see it?
It's going to be on demand anywhere where you rent online, your Apples, your iTunes,
Okay.
but Google Plays, things like that. So that's on demand from now.
Right, final film, which is your family classic, Victoria. What have we got?
My family classic this week is Over the Hedge on ITVX now. It's an animated family film about a raccoon who convinces forest animals to do what he wants.
What do we do for food? Hey, kids! What is that?
BHA, BHT, and good old MSG, a.k.a. the chip.
Dig in!
Now the lines have been drawn.
Over that hedge.
They have the food.
How much food?
Food out the wazoo.
I like a cookie.
And the battle
I need a business listing for the Verminator.
is on.
Let's party!
That sounds great.
It really is. It's a really light, funny movie with an interesting voice cast. Bruce Willis plays the lead, and he didn't do too much animation during his career, so this is something of a rarity. It's a few years old now, came out in 2006, and has developed a bit of a following since then, a bit of a cult movie. I think it's a fun one to rediscover.
Thank you so much for all of your recommendations, Victoria. Love them. Back next week with Barbie movie, which is, of course, honestly, you've got two huge releases in the cinema. The pink carpet event last week in London. We can all go and see it in the cinemas now. One of the most anticipated movies of the year. Margot Robbie as Barbie, Ryan Gosling as Barbie's boyfriend, Ken, and the film will follow the pair as they leave Barbie Land behind to travel to the human world. Coventry and Warwickshire has a link to everything. Tom from Warwick has a bright pink 1972 classic Beetle and is driving to meet the cast in Scotland today. I know. We'll find out how that goes tomorrow.